I was always so grateful that he was there, as a buffer, but I couldn't speak because I couldn't understand his words. I remember that his voice kept breaking. I'd never heard him sound anything but confident. I kept thinking about the rope, swinging, about how we'd spent so many years there, playing. And he went there to die. Our house was so close, but he did that. The office was so still. The office ladies were staring at me as if I was the one now dying. I remember clenching my hands in the gray of my skirt. How my head felt like there was no blood in it. I thought about my other cousin, her parents, and then I couldn't think about them. Because he was dead. And I was sitting there, just waiting. We didn't live far from school, so my dad arrived soon. There were no words for the relief of seeing his gentle face. He asked if I was sick, and I simply told him I had to go home. Everyone was silent, watching us leave. I got in the car. Instead of starting the vehicle, my dad turned to me and said, "Please tell me what's wrong." And in that moment, I suddenly realized, I was going to have to tell him. In this entire window of time, this thought had not occurred to me, and the thought of saying it, out loud, of destroying another person like I had been destroyed, felt so much worse than learning the truth. I wanted to get out of the car, but there was nowhere else to go. I had nowhere to run, and I couldn't move anyway. And then I realized that it wouldn't end. That we would have to tell my brother, who was homesick, and then my mother. And I did not want to do it. I did not want to start that chain, so I sat there, frozen and lost, surrounded by a death that was still a secret. I remember my dad's worry turning to a different kind of alarm, lacing his words as I finally met his gaze. I looked away, staring at the plants surrounding the school, and jumped. I yelled it, like a scream that became a sob, and for the first time in my life, I saw my father's heart break. He made a noise I will never forget, and then he began to sob. I had never seen him cry before. We sat there in the car park, sobbing, until students walked by and stared at us. I felt like we belonged to another world, because they looked so alien, so calm. I grabbed my dad's arm and said, "Please, please, Dad, take me home."